years, 6.5 years for the IRS and then the FBI to finally go, this is a total POS, like he needs to go. But there's people who have disappeared going to his church. Missing person reports. And we see this across the US too. These apostles will find vulnerable people, will tell them to move across the country and come work for them. And eventually they disappear into trafficking rings.
I mean, do you have proof that that is the...
We've got missing persons reports and you just never find them again. Their cars will be in parking lots.
I get that.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is, do you have proof that it was the church that did it? I mean, we're talking about vulnerable people. Those are people that are, in poverty, many of them addicted to drugs. Mm-hmm. You know what that leads to? That leads to do me the sexual favors and I'll give you drugs. Then it turns into I'm your pimp. I'll give you drugs. Yeah. I mean, that could be totally outside the church. I mean, there's a lot of things, that happen to the most vulnerable because of the situations that they're in. That doesn't necessarily mean that, that the pastor sold them into trafficking, unless you have proof. Do you have proof?
I don't have proof of that. Well, I'd have to talk to our PIs, but those are firsthand accounts. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you right now, there's a church in Arizona that literally has a tunnel that goes from the church under the border to Mexico.
What? Mm-hmm. What church is that?
I'm not going to say, but there is, that's how corrupt some of these institutions are.
Why don't you want to say?
Because that's for another story. We're developing that story right now. But there is, you can use the name of God to do horrific things. And that doesn't mean that God, Christ, is corrupt. It means man is leveraging his name to do awful things. Mm-hmm. And we can look through history on that one. And then let me rephrase that too. Man can also use the name of Christ to do amazing things. Mm-hmm. But right now that the architecture of the system is so dark that it just creates so there's a book called The Wisdom of Psychopaths, and it talks about psychopathic tendencies. And it's a character type, it's a clinical diagnosis. And you can either end up in jail for mass murder or you can be the CEO of some billion-dollar hedge fund.